Hey everyone, today I've got your Exodus Gods and Kings movie review. Ridley Scott's biblical epic has got Christian Bale as Moses and Joel Edgerton as Ramses battling it out in Egypt. As far as the story goes, this is a moving story using the human element to translate the Moses and Ramses relationship on screen, as well as the rise of a daring leader to free some slaves, which, by the way, just all look very cool. You've got Christian Bale, who I obviously went to see this movie, one of the main reasons for, and he was just perfect as Moses now. We all know he's a great actor. I think he really pulled it off as this character who has been portrayed multiple times on screen, and I know a lot of people are still mad about the whitewashing, which I did talk about when I did a Trailer Thursday video on this movie, and thinking about how controversial it was, but I think he did a phenomenal job, and he was very believable in the role, especially as his scenes went on. And Joel Edgerton played off as sort of a young, naive, and bratty leader as Ramses, and you really saw it in his performance and his mannerisms and everything that just went on, even the way he spoke to certain people, so you knew that stuff was going to go down, especially with him in the room. You have supporting roles from John Turturro, Sigourney Weaver, Ben Kingsley, and even Aaron Paul. So this really was a great cast overall, and I just loved all the roles that everybody had. And there were definitely some things that I did like about this movie. The set pieces and the design of the film was just huge, and the amount of extras needed to put together certain scenes to fulfill the image of what Scott was trying to accomplish in this film was also great as well. The scale was just epic, and the visual effects were pretty impressive too. Helped create that vast image of what was going on during that time, and even showing like the different plagues which they really let loose on, and it was just pretty intense to watch those scenes unfold. Even like, and some of the scenes were even like so graphic that I was like, I couldn't even believe it myself, and showed the biblical side of things, so they were trying to decide like who's really to blame here, and showed like the different cultures and like who's like against who, and like all those people and what was happening with the people. And the costume designs were pretty awesome as well. I really found them to be top-notch. And you've got some pretty decent battle sequences. There were like only a couple, but they were still pretty good, and definitely something on par, especially like the first one in the beginning of the movie reminded me a lot of Gladiator, so there was some similarities to that. And I know they didn't just put in a love story there, still better than Twilight. Moses still had to have a family too, and the only thing that might be debatable is the depiction of God, and a lot of people might not like that certain aspect of the movie, but I haven't seen the original Ten Commandments movie, so I don't know if there's any similarities between that movie and this movie. So I might just have to go back and check it out, because Charlton Heston, still awesome. And unfortunately, there were some things I did dislike about this movie, even though I really was anticipating this movie to be just like really, really good. But I did hear some negative things about it, and I decided that there were some things that I couldn't understand myself. They didn't quite establish how Moses was taken in by Ramses' family, and I just saw the trailer again, and it almost looked like they were like showing sort of an origin story, but they didn't really, they just sort of said like he's in the family, and they didn't really get into how like he was supposed to have this brotherly love with Ramses, since he had a mother and a sister who just showed up out of the blue, so it was pretty interesting. And is everyone and their mom supposed to know the origin story like the back of their hand? I don't really think so, but it was still a pretty enjoyable film to watch. And at the end of the day, I really didn't care how Moses came to be, because he was still a badass on screen. Overall, I would say that Exodus Gods and Kings was a pretty impressive and intense film by Ridley Scott, and I feel like it could be one of his best movies to date, but that's up to you guys to decide as well. So I would definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't gotten a chance to see it yet, or have you been a fan of the original Ten Commandments movie. I would give this 4 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Exodus, Gods and Kings, and who do you think had the best performance. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates. Come back over for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.